Hello. We are coming to you from LAC State Forest. This is my first time being here, so we're going to go out and explore a little bit and see what this area has to offer. We are staying on the Ditch Bank Forest Road. There is a cross-country trail here, good hiking. I found like 5 or 6 different campsites that I'll take you along and we'll go see. I enjoyed my time here. I'm pretty sure hunting is allowed, and there are a couple little spots for fishing if you are so inclined. This is just a good overview of the forest here, and that's the road we came in on. This is the first campsite I found. It's kind of a parking area for the trail that's right there on the top end of your screen there. Pan up into it, and there's the start of the trail. Fond du Lac Cross Country Trail. Here's the placard I found at this location. Lots of good information on there. We're going to pan over to the hiking trail and take you there first. I added some orange tape here to get you into the trail because it was very grown over. Here's a map of the trail system. And here we are getting into the trail. Just follow the orange marking tape and it'll lead you right to the start of the established trail. Lots of good foliage in here. I found a few different species of mushroom. So I stayed at this location for about a week. I saw a few people coming and going. There was a few people that were sighting in their gun, and no bother to me. We all get to use this land for what we see fit, as long as we're safe doing it. I spray painted there was a backstop for shooting. I spray painted the cross-country trail sign on it because it didn't make no sense to me that people were shooting into the head of the trail, right? So I thought I'd clean it up a little bit and let people know where the access point to this trail system was. Here I found a choice edible mushroom. I'm just showing you how it looks before I pluck it here. Make sure I know what I'm looking at. This is coral or crown-tipped coral mushroom, and it is a choice edible. I cook it with garlic and butter, and I cook it for about 10 or 15 minutes. I'm not going to show you how I do it in this video. I might post another video. But that was the little trail system here. I did clear some of this brush. I didn't want to take too many of these trees, but I just wanted people to see the access to the trail. And I added this orange tape in here to make sure people knew where to go so they can enjoy the established trail system. Alrighty, so like I said, this is the first spot here. It used to be a cut station. You can see all this logging leftovers here, and they did a good clear cut on this section here. I saw some berries along this road here in camp, and then I did forage for some mushrooms that you already did saw. But we are going to go explore a little bit more of the forest here along this Ditch Bank Road, Forest Service Road. So this is the first placard I came up to, and it just says Fond du Lac State Forest by the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources. And then there's the cross-country trail. There's the placard, the gypsy wagon, and my freshly painted backstop there. If you go down this road just a little bit, it's not bad. Gypsy wagon could have made it down there. But once you got down here, it was very rocky, very bumpy. But someone else could have camped down here. 4x4 truck, maybe a truck and trailer. I wasn't going to risk it with the gypsy wagon, so I stayed up top while I went and explored the woods a little bit. From that first signpost, we continue down this road for probably about 2 miles till I came upon land that was Forest Service. Now, people, what would you call it? They acquire the hunting rights and stuff like that, so it is private. Along like this section of road right here on both sides of the road is private until we get to the T up here, and then it starts to open up. But to our public lands. Now from this point on is our public lands here, and that is well displayed on the placard from at camp there. It really shows you really good where public land is and where private sections are. So as you can see here, it is called Ditch Bank Road, and you can see that it is standing water. So this is late summer, early fall that I was in this area. So I mean, this road was dry, but I could only imagine how wet this road would be in the springtime. So I wouldn't travel down this road very far with the gypsy wagon in spring, but it was very dry when I came here this time. So I would venture on down these roads at this time of year with the gypsy wagon. I think it would be pretty decent hunting if you could get, beyond the water. As I was traveling on this road, there are little stops and turnoffs and stuff like that. Here's one coming up on the right-hand side. I would enjoy this spot here. I don't think there was any cell service along this road, but I did have 1 or 2 bars of LTE at camp, and that's enough for me. I do believe I had satellite to text or text to satellite. So along this road, there was probably 4 or 5 different campsites every half mile or so on various sides, on the right side or on the left side. And those are all spots we can stay at for 2 weeks or less. This is on native land, the Fond du Lac Reservation. So, be mindful, courteous. Here's another one this is another big pull-off. I saw up on freecampsites.net, I believe, someone had stayed here and said it was flooded out after a very bad rain. So just be mindful of that. You don't want to put yourself into a predicament, And then we'll go about another 1/4 mile down this road, and there's going to be another one on the left side that I wanted to show you, just to show you how many there were. Chachi and I enjoyed our time here. Like I said, we spent about a week here. Here we go. It's going to be right up here on the left-hand side again. I saw a bunch of monarch butterflies here, so I'm sure the pollinators are good. Right up here on the left-hand side. There she be. I also was in the agate hunting area here on the map. Anything orange, red, or black is good agate hunting, and I did found a few. You can see the fly on my back there. I was getting eaten up for real. And it was probably like 75 degrees out this day. But yeah, the bugs were really bad, and you can see why, right? All right, so on the main placard there, I found that Kettle Lake Wildlife Management Area. So I went there and I saw this, and then they said camping is allowed in posted overnight areas, and there was two. Here was the first one that you would come up on, and then you would travel down this road, and this would be the second one. When I was here, there was a camera just off on the right side of the screen here on one of these trees that said the U of M was doing some sort of study to see wildlife. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But this section right here was pretty decent. Like 3 or 4 people could go here. This lake or water access here says that you can't have any motorized boats on here. So I'm sure the fishing is actually pretty good then, because people don't come here. If there ain't a motor on it, people aren't willing to work for their fish anymore. So I was thinking of coming back here at some point and trying my hand at some fishing. But this is the Kettle Wildlife Management Area. Now, right outside of this management area, or this wildlife management area, is all private. So you have to be very careful, because you don't want to get the knock. So park where you're allowed, and it is usually posted that you can stay at that location. I found this section very pretty. As you can see here, this is a pretty good sized parking area. I did find an apple tree here, and they were fully ripe. I should have grabbed more than what I did. I only grabbed 2 or 3 for some vitamin C, but I should have grabbed more. And it was on the right side of that 2-track trail there, to the right of my moped. Yep. Like I said, I enjoyed my time here. I hope you guys get out to the Fond du Lac State Forest and go explore for yourself. Get out in the woods and enjoy. Thanks for watching, everybody.